everybody. I'm just going to do a quick girl chat video tonight. This is kind of, I guess, more geared towards people who are living alone or just feeling very alone for whatever reason at this time of the year. This time of the year can be really, really difficult for a lot of people because, you know, the holidays are sensationalized to be get-together time with friends, family, everybody, these wonderful little Norman Rockwell, visions. Well, it's just not that way for everybody, and I want you to know that if you're feeling very sad or lonely or depressed at this time of the year, you're not alone. Especially if you are living alone in your home or apartment, whatever, it can be extremely difficult. And I know this is the first time in my 57 years of life that I am going to be entering a holiday season living alone. Never done that before. I was married for 22 years, had 5 children, and this is really a big shock and transition to get through. And even though I'll be spending time, like Thanksgiving and Christmas with my daughter, my grandchildren, what have you, it's still all that time in between. You guys know what I'm talking about. You know, that time in between, people visiting, what have you, or if you maybe, for instance, don't even have maybe some family or friends. That a lot of people are in that situation. It can be very difficult, and finding ways to get through it can bring you down. You know, you're if you're feeling alone like me, for instance, I'm, you know, when my daughter and my grandkids come over, what have you, I love it. It's wonderful. And then when they leave, oh my gosh, I go outside, wave goodbye, give them their hugs and kisses, and then I walk back into the house, and it's like, oh my God, the silence is deafening. You know, after having 5 kids to raise, it's deafening to just the silence. I'll go in the den where I had, that's where I have them always set up with their little table and their little Sesame Street chairs to watch their videos and cartoons, what have you, to eat their little treats, what have you. And then after they leave, I look at that den and I'm like, oh my God, it's so sad. But it is. It's very difficult. And if you're feeling down and depressed, don't come down on yourself. Don't beat yourself up. A lot of people go through this. There's tons of people. You are not alone. There's a lot of people who don't have family, don't have friends, or maybe it's just a difficult time in general. There's been a death, a job loss, an illness. Who knows? You know, there's a lot of things that can make the holidays very difficult and painful to get through. You need to start finding ways to keep yourself occupied. If you're living alone and you're just feeling really lonely, maybe you don't have friends, family, go out, go to Starbucks someplace, coffee shop, sit and have coffee, maybe strike up a conversation, go to the mall. Just being around people can really lift your spirits. Don't just retreat into your home and feel depressed and sad. If you're feeling really down sometimes, get up and go. I mean, obviously, if it's late at night, you may not want to do that. But, if it's a good time of the day or evening, go someplace. Go to the mall. Go, join things. Maybe join a gym or a crafting thing or volunteer or something. You'd be surprised how many ways there are to meet people if you just step outside the box and do it. You got to get the courage to get out there and actually do it. Because this can be so painful. And my heart goes out to you, all of you, any of you watching this who you're feeling maybe completely alone. Maybe you are living alone and you're just like, wow, another day, another night, another morning, another night. I know that feeling. You wake up, you're alone. Go to bed, you're alone. I haven't found Mr. Right, hoping that I do someday. I'm not settling for Mr. Whatever. I'm looking for Mr. Right. That's when I will settle. Um, and I'm still gonna keep my hopes up, put it out to the universe. Please send me the man that will make me happy and that I will make happy, because I got actually divorced, wow, I just realized, 9 years ago this month, November, so it's been a long time. You have to get used to doing things by yourself, kind of just living life by yourself, and it's kind of difficult. So the season is, the holiday season is even tougher, starting, basically from November for Thanksgiving and then Christmas. And New Year's can be very difficult as well. Um, but, you know, sometimes circumstances just make it to where there's nobody to share it with, or maybe the people you are sharing it with aren't making, you're not the happiest to be with. You know that feeling, right? Where you're maybe with some family members or whatever, and it's just not the greatest, but you got to make the best of it all. And if you're living alone, I know what you're going through, where you see families planning and getting together and doing all that kind of good stuff. Well, I think of those days too. I miss it desperately when, I was married and I had all my little kids at home, and we'd go shopping for, all the great food to prepare for Thanksgiving and go to my mom's and everything. And God, how I miss those days. I mean, my mom and dad, my brother and my sister, and my ex, my children's father, they have all passed on, and it's very difficult. The memories can be very painful at this time of the year. And I cry, I'm not going to lie. There are times I sit and cry, and I talk to them, don't know if they hear me, but I talk to them, and sometimes that helps, just to kind of release. And I have my good days, I have my bad days. I have days where I just feel so lucky to be alive and celebrate the holiday season. And then I have days where I wake up and go, oh my God, just let me die today, So it's very normal. Don't beat yourself up. I mean, there are times when I'll just like go into the den or the living room or my bedroom or even right here at the table, and I'll just sit here and look around thinking, wow, life sure has changed. This is not what I thought it was going to be. Um, but things happen. Life changes, circumstances come about that make it very difficult. So if you're living alone, particularly, get out there, try to find somebody that you can share something in common with. If you have dogs, go take your dogs for a walk. Go to a nice park and bundle up if it's cold, and bundle up your dog too. They get cold. Um, and go for a little walk. You never know who you'll meet, who you'll run into, and it's really up to you. You've got to pull your head out of that depressed place, because it's very easy to spiral right down into that total depression at this time of the year. It is very easy. I have had to, pull the reins in myself sometimes. I'm sitting here thinking, wow, first holiday living alone. Wow, waking up, going to bed alone. Nobody to, wake up with and lay in bed and talk to about the holidays or upcoming anything. It gets tough. I will not lie. There are times that, boy, is it a it's a it's a it's a test of strength, I guess. But you can get through it, And remember, these days are just another day on the calendar. It's just that they have been sensationalized and advertised to be. They're supposed to be these wonderful, perfect get-togethers with family and friends. It's just another day, guys. That's what I tell myself. It's another day. And even though I'm going to be celebrating it with my, daughter, her boyfriend, grandchildren, and other people, um, I know that at the end of that meal, at the end of that day, I'm coming home alone again, you know? And that's going to be a very strange feeling. I already experienced it with the 4th of July, um, coming home, and it was like, wow, no, the 4th of July isn't the greatest, get together type of holiday usually, but for some families it is. But usually it's just, get together with your local, your immediate family, watching fireworks, whatever. But even that, I went to my daughter's and we had a good time, and drive home, I walk in and it's like, wow, first time of being alone after a holiday. It was really strange. It really was. Because my son used to live with me. My youngest son lived with me up until June a year ago. And then I lived with a family just until this past April. So that's April, May, June, July, August, September, October. I'm just going into 7 months of living alone. And so this is going to really be the first holiday. And I'm really working hard at trying to think positive and feel good about it. I will always decorate. That's something I got from my mom and dad. They decorated no matter what happened. And, after the death of my sister, and my brother was only 36. He was murdered in cold blood, and then my sister died at only 49 from heart failure. So my parents still kept decorating. They still kept going after that, and I sometimes don't know how on earth they did, because I know if one of my children died, I think they'd have to put me away in a rubber room. I really do. I don't know. I don't know how I could get through it, but they did, and they continue to decorate, and I will too, because regardless, I may be here alone, but when I walk in and I see my decorations that I put in, it brings that spirit alive in me a little bit, and brings back some memories. Sometimes they're painful, sometimes they make me laugh, depending on, what I focus on of the holidays and the family and things. And it can be tough, guys. And if you're in a depressed state right now, or just saddened state, remember, this too shall pass. It will pass. It's just these 2 months, November, December, are the longest months of the year for people who are living alone or just feeling alone. Um, Maybe feeling left out of the holidays. So it's kind of up to you guys. You got to get out there, meet people, go for a drive, go to a coffee shop, go to the mall, join something. Find things to keep yourself occupied. Um, Maybe if it's later at night and you're feeling kind of down, maybe you're off from work for the weekend or whatever, and give yourself some manicures like me. See, I desperately need them. I just filed them all down because they were driving me crazy as they got longer. So I'm going to keep them shorter. I feel better. So I'm going to give myself a manicure. Give yourself a manicure, pedicure. Do girly stuff, or if you're a gay guy, do girly stuff. If you're flamboyant, do the facials, do the manicure, pedicure, do your body, scrubs. Just find little things to pass your time that make you feel better. Pop in some good movies. But use common sense. If you just broke up with somebody, or a marriage just ended or whatever, don't go buying movies that are all about romantic couples, because you'll get really depressed. Find something that's just funny, I love Night at the Roxbury. Oh, that movie I can watch 100 times. It makes me crack up. Find things that make you laugh, make you feel good. Don't have movies that associate with whatever sorrow you're going through, whatever it may be. But you can pop in movies, if you've got some good friends, invite them over once in a while. Hey, let's have a movie night. You've got to do little things like that. Volunteer, maybe. Maybe you are in a situation where you don't have family or friends, go volunteer. There's so many places that need help, just especially at this time of the year. And on that particular day, if you have nobody to share it with, sign up now. Sign up. They always need people to help, like at these soup kitchens and things like the ones we have here. Anyone can sign up to go help serve food, and just give these people some comfort. They're homeless, or they're very, poor, or very needy, and they go to these soup kitchens to get their holiday meal. It can make you feel very good to go do something like that. Go, help out at something like that, or maybe donate to hospitals and things, food, charity drives, that type of thing. Find those kind of things to help you feel good about you through this holiday if you have no one to share it with. There are lots of people out there just like you who don't have someone to share it with. And you can find them by joining these things, or signing up to help with these things. You can make a big difference in someone's life just by talking with them. Maybe going to visit a hospital for the elderly or for children, and just talking with them. Imagine how many people are in the hospitals at the holiday season. How sad is that? Thank goodness that's never happened to me, but how sad is that? And if they don't have family, you can ask, say, is there anybody who really doesn't have somebody to come visit them at the holidays? And Go just talk with them. Take them a little something maybe. But be productive. Get out there and find things to do to pass this 2 month period here. It can be very painful and difficult, and I have my nights. I just cry. I have to. I have to just let it out. Missing my family members that have passed on. Um, the massive change in my life. A divorce after 22 years. Living alone for the first time. There's a lot of major changes in my life. I have been unemployed until now. I've been unemployed since April, actually March. I just got a job recently. It's been very stressful and very hard. So, guys, there's a lot of people out there who are going through the same thing. So, like I said, be kind to yourself. It's a tough time. There, you might think it, but you might think there's no one out there in this world, but there's always somebody out there who's thinking about you or caring about you. Maybe they just haven't made it known for whatever reason, but there always is. Even if you have to get on YouTube and just show your love and caring to somebody, you don't know who you can touch by doing that. You can really have a large community of friends through YouTube, even if you don't meet them. I know there are certain ones that I'm always in contact with, and I adore it. I love it. It's wonderful. So, guys, if you're feeling down and out, get out there. Uh, don't sit in your home and wallow. Don't sit there and just go over thoughts that keep bringing you down. It'll just make it worse. Get out there. Find the spirits. Uh, Create like I say, make your home your sanctuary. Whether it's a house, an apartment, a trailer, a room, whatever it is, you make it your sanctuary. Make it wonderful for you to be in, because that's very important. Um, and get out there, guys. Meet people. Try to meet people in different ways, and you'll feel better. You'll feel a whole lot better, even if it's getting out there and volunteering to help some of these places for the holidays. It will make you feel much better, guys. So I just wanted to make a little video of I understand, and my heart goes out to you for all of you going through this. It it's one of the most difficult times for people to go through. You're not alone. You've got lots of people out there sharing the same feelings and experiences. And even though somebody might have a great big family, there's not one family on this earth that doesn't have something going on in it. Some kind of negative thing going on. It's just not possible. There's always something. So don't think because you see a family together, oh, everything's wonderful, happy, and perfect. Oh, there's always something. So try to make your life and your circumstances as cheerful and festive and happy as you can for this time of the year. And pat yourself on the back for doing it too, because it does take courage. It does take strength to say, you know what, I might be living alone, I might feel lonely, but I'm still going to put the effort in to make it a festive time, to make it a positive time. You can do it. So remember, this will pass, this too shall pass, these holiday seasons will pass, and we'll be back to the regular everyday grind of living, surviving, working, trying to get by that we all go through. Excuse me. So, guys, sorry, I need a drink here. So, guys, get to it. Don't feel bad. Don't beat yourself up. Uh, it's part of life. Unfortunately, sometimes loneliness and feeling alone is part of life, and we just have to get through it best we can. So, I send all my love out to you and best wishes for the holiday. And remember, sitting at home, wallowing and feeling bad will only make it worse, and you'll spiral down real quick. So get out there. You've got to get outside of the box. Jump outside of that box of your comfort zone, thinking, well, I'll just stay here, and I'm just going to cry and be sad tonight and tomorrow and the next day. Instead, get out there and find ways to occupy that mind. Even going to the mall, it feels good just to be around people and hear the activity, and maybe grab something yummy to eat. Look at the beautiful things that are out all the time. You got to think positive and find the positive side. Otherwise, you're just going to live in the negative side, and guess what? It wins. Don't give it that power. Give the positive side your power, okay, guys? So, talk to you later. Get out there, join things, find things to do, volunteer, make it worthwhile. You'll feel a whole lot better about yourselves, and you'll get through this time a lot easier. So my heart is with you. If you're watching this and you're all alone, living alone, and you're thinking I have no friends, no family, there are people out there who need you, volunteering. There are people out there who need company at the holidays, in hospitals and things, and it makes your heart feel really good to do stuff like that for people, guys. So talk to you later. Mwah! Hugs and kisses, and have a fantastic holiday season. I'm sure I'll be making another video at some point about something, whatever strikes me at the moment. So you guys take care. Talk to you later. I'm going to bed. I'm tired. See you later. Bye-bye.